let's start with, as Ryan just called it, the Ode to Coastal Memories. This is Barrell Seagrass. So this is a blend we saw of Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Canadian rye whiskeys. Or is it just rye, or is it just whiskeys in general, or is it all
This is rye. This is
all rye. So, I'm going to go on a limb and say, again, Dickel for Tennessee.
No, because Dickel doesn't distill their own rye.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yeah.
Who the fuck made it?
I'm trying to find.
Is there anything else?
I don't know, because Dickel sources their rye from MGP.
Are we sure there's not still some bourbon in this? There's
no bourbon in this.
I wonder if it's Jack rye.
Oh, it could be. You know what? That actually makes sense.
It might be Jack.
That's the only other big distiller in Tennessee.
Yeah, because they do make
cheap rye. They make their own rye.
Yeah, and they make it cheap.
I mean, the Heritage Rye is their own rye.
Yes.
So yeah, I bet you it's Jack Daniel's rye. MGP rye is fucking obvious.
Yes.
Kentucky, there's still a couple options it could be.
It could be Wild Turkey. It could be
Beam.
It could be Beam. It could be Heaven Hill. It could be. There's a lot of.
Yeah, there's
Brown Foreman even.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
So like Old Forester.
Old Forester, yep. And the Canadian we're assuming is Crown or
Alberta Premium.
Or Alberta Premium, which I'm not fully convinced isn't Crown.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's.
But or it could be where it could be Crown because I know Whistle Pig sources some of their stuff from Canada as well.
Yep.
And I bet you it's the same place wherever it is.
Yep.
And the rest of it's, the one we know for sure is it's MGP rye.
Yes.
100%. And Jack rye is the second most likely.
Yes.
Beyond that, we don't know for sure. We just know it's a bunch of rye from 3 states and 1 soon-to-be state. North Montana!
Anyways, let's dive into this.
North Montana.
Wasn't that Meet the Robinsons?
Yep.
Ooh.
So this is the most complex nose we have smelled so far.
Mm-hmm.
It has that MGP dill and rye bread. It's got apricot from the brandy. It's got burnt sugar from the rum.
So because we never said Madeira cask, brandy cask, is that it or is there another one?
And Martinique rum.
Okay.
So this is complex as hell already. It's got rye spice.
I do get a little bit of the burnt sugar, but not much. It's almost like a generic little bit of a sweetness that I think the rum cask is giving. But it's so obvious that MGP rye is definitely dominating the nose on this one. Is at least the main thing we're getting.
I think it's the main thing, but I don't think it's really dominating because there's so many intricacies coming off of it. This is the most
when I say dominating, I meant it's like
By dominating, it's maybe 60%, if that. So there are so many directions this nose is going. It's complex as hell. Because I was afraid to try this one whenever it said apricot brandy, but every single review was raving about it. So I'm like, I can't hate it. I'm not gonna hate it because everything I've had Barrell so far has been phenomenal.
This smells like it's gonna be no exception.
It really does. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, dill again.
Yeah.
Ton of it.
Very dill.
Dill, rye bread. Again, that's the base, and then you put apricot jam on it.
I get like a burnt sugar vanilla sweetness.
Yep. A little bit of oak, comfortable oak.
There's a. I can't tell if it's like a vanilla cream on the finish, and I don't think it's vanilla though.
It's pipe tobacco, vanilla pipe tobacco.
I can see that.
Because
and some cocoa.
And a little bit of cocoa, yeah. Because there's a little bit of tannin on this, but it doesn't That's not.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of if you took the pine out of Balcones and turned everything else down. That's kind of like the general flavor profile you're kind of getting, where you get that chocolate. You get obviously a green. You replace the pine with dill.
Yeah.
And turning down the craziness of that allows some of the sweetness to come out. It's reminiscent, I guess, is the
I
best
could
way
see
to
that.
say it. The finish in particular, reminds me a lot of like a toned down Balcones rye.
I can see it a little bit, yeah. Like it has some of that like DNA of Balcones, which makes sense because they're both rye whiskeys.
Right.
But yeah, this is more of a baker's chocolate than like the chocolate covered espresso bean that is Balcones.
Right.
I really like this. I think this is actually my favorite so far tonight.
Agreed. Easily.
Like you get a little bit of the apricot and like the fruitiness throughout. You get the rye bread. You get the dill.
This might end up being the favorite of the night for all of us except Ryan, because his biased ass is gonna like Stag Junior the best.
I really do like Stag, man.
I know I do too, but his biased ass is gonna like it most.
Yes, I am. I know I am. I also don't like ryes with pickle notes.
That's the thing too. Yeah.
True.
It's like I don't like ryes with pickle notes. I really like Buffalo Trace products.
That's like the one big part where your taste differs from ours is we love dill notes in whiskeys.
Honestly, I don't think that aside from like maybe Knob Creek rye and Wild Turkey rye, I think MGP is the only rye I can drink anymore.
I have to agree, and aside from craft ones that are good.
I take that back.
New Riff rye.
I forgot about Jack. I forgot that I will happily drink Jack rye as well.
Right, but like aside from that, it's like all craft ones that we found we liked.
Yeah, for the most part. Like they
have a couple craft ones that aren't sourced from MGP because most of them are sourced from MGP.
I.e. Balcones.
Is it actually sourced from MGP?
No. I mean,
you're talking craft. I was gonna say.
Yes.
Again, New Riff I know is not sourced. Theirs is a 4-year bottle and bond.
I need to try that again because like
it had a lot of mintiness. I remember really liking.
I need to try a new bottle because like the bottles you had are still very hot to me, which like is a bit of a.
But again, they're single barrel. The ones I have are single barrels, so
that's true.
That's to be expected.
That's true.
You should try the straight up bottle and bond rye, which none of us have tried yet.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be coming back soon enough.
But the rye never came to PA at all.
Oh, really?
No, the ryes are in Ohio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The single barrel rye is on our website now. That's coming
okay.
soon. But the regular rye has never come to PA.
Okay.
No, I grabbed the single barrel in Ohio because it was 50, and
right.
I mean I don't regret it at all because I love the mintiness you get from it. But
right.
It does have a heat to it, but.
So I feel like whenever it comes to that mintiness, I would just grab Four Roses.
This is fair. I was gonna say I haven't been a fan of Four Roses for the most part. When I say I haven't been a fan, I mean like it's one of those ones where it's like I haven't disliked any of them, but it just doesn't jump out at me. Yeah.
That's fair.
But this is one of the better ryes I've had.
For sure. I can't say it's the best rye because
I was gonna say I don't know that it's close to maybe cracking the top 5, but it's definitely not top 3. But look at what's in the top 3.
Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye, Balcones Rye,
and for me the Alberta Premium. But
my third,
I love that citrus. But
my third is probably the port finished Smooth Ambler Old
Stout. That one's number 4 for me, I think. And number 5, despite the fact that I didn't snag one, I think was my Midwinter Act 8.
I don't like Midwinter,
I know
man.
you're
It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot. But I'm incredibly happy to have this, and
I was gonna say I think it's for me. Heat doesn't really bother me if it's not youthful.
This is that's fair. This is solidifying for me though that like Barrell does fucking amazing jobs with their blends because they don't distill anything; they only blend.
It's crazy that they can make something so complex and so interesting, but so good, without ever distilling a single bit.
Right.
I mean, you think about how many different variables go into these.
Like
not only are you mixing from multiple places.
They have no control over what that distillate is.
Right. Not only that, multiple distillates with multiple finishes. Like that's a lot of experimentation, so it's a lot of risk involved in it too.
This is why Barrell is highly regarded as the number one.
They're like what? As much as I did like the Kentucky Owl sample I've had, they're like what Kentucky Owl wishes it could be at a price that is more approachable.
Yeah, Barrell is the number one NDP in the country for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The closest second being Bardstown with Discovery and Fusion.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say I've heard nothing but good things about those too.
That's what I'm gonna try and trade my midwinters for is Disco number 4, because Disco number 4 is like blend of a beam.
Because I was gonna say they say where it's from too.
Yeah, like they actually disclose that.
And they disclose age, they disclose mash bill, they disclose everything.
Yeah, because it's like 1 part MGP, 1 part Wild Turkey, and 1 part Jim Beam. And like to me, that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's right up my alley. Everything good?
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Barrell Seagrass.